new ones. In Stoke-on-Trent, there are 1,500. 600 in Newcastle, 1,200 in Stafford and the Moorlands, and over in Cheshire East, there are 1,400 houses standing empty. So how do you go about changing that and rejuvenating these empty homes? BBC Radio Stoke's John Akers has gone to find out. Morning, John.
Good morning, Pete. I'm on Port Street, which is in Middleport, right opposite the factory shop of William Edwards, and just at the end of the street is Middleport Pottery. You'll all know that, of course. Now, when you drive down this road, as I have done many times to visit the pottery, you think, oh, look, they've put up some new terraced houses. How have they done that? But they haven't. They've repointed them, put in new windows. There's a full store here next to number 2 where Amelia lives, and they've made them into these wonderful homes. This has got 5 bedrooms. It blows your mind, but I'm going to say hello. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Shall I take my shoes off? It is a very nice home.
Yes, please.
Okay, yes, I will. So we've got wooden flooring as we come in and spotlights in the ceilings, and straight away you think, well, this isn't a normal terraced house in Middleport. It feels like you're in some sort of luxury show home. You know what I mean? On a new estate, that's how it feels, doesn't it? With a massive kitchen in here with the big patio doors and the brand new fitted kitchen.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go upstairs, aren't we? Because Jonah's in there watching cartoons.
Yeah.
And we're on 3 floors.
Yes.
And this is an incredible home. So it's 5 bedrooms. It's done so nicely. How much was it?
100,000.
£100,000.
Yes.
You've literally stolen this house.
I have. I'm a bit embarrassed to say.
And the garden is going to be massive. Is that all that going to be yours?
Yes, it will be the space of what would have been 2 other houses. So it will be the garden of 4 houses, basically.
Wow. Can we go upstairs again?
Yeah.
So tell me, Amelia, where you lived before and what kind of decision you made when you moved in here. What was going through your mind?
Okay, well, we're in Norton Heights, so we had a new build house, but it was small. And we didn't have children when we bought that, so we were there for 5 years, had 2 children and needed more space. But because of our family circumstances, we didn't have the money that we used to have, because I'm not working anymore. So we needed somewhere bigger that we could afford. And when we found this, we literally put an offer on that day because it was cheaper, but twice the size. So it was a no-brainer, really.
Up here you've got the gallery. Your husband is an artist, and in here is the spare room and a sofa in there as well, and a TV, and it's all sort of built into the roof. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? So, you know the programme title, Location, Location, Location. Were you concerned about moving here? Definitely,
and a lot of people had advised that location is more important than the house itself. But I thought I would disagree with that for a moment and think, well, actually, the house itself, I can't do a lot to, but maybe I can do something to the area. And so that's why we set up Middleport Matters, which is our community group, to try and bring the community back together and to make it a nicer place to live.
Right, what was it like when you moved in? I mean, what have been the bits that have been rough around the edges and a bit unpleasant?
Yeah, so, yes, there are syringes outside and condoms and lots of fly tipping. You do get antisocial behaviour and graffiti. You know, people know that about Middleport, but actually it's not as bad as people think anymore. You know, things have changed, like the regeneration has massively changed the area because you've brought families into the area, which changes the dynamics. You've got working professionals, so we're a mixture now, and there's loads of beautiful, genuine people that live here now.
Yeah, it's totally changed. So this road now, there's only one house still up for sale, isn't there? So you've got a new community here, really, with some of the originals still here too.
Yeah, there's still some really beautiful people that have always lived here. They might be a bit pained from the past that they've gone through, but and then there's lots of new people that have come in, and we're finding a great mix of community, from young to old, families, working professionals. It's a lovely place to live now.
But there's still work to do, you think?
Yes, I mean, you've seen out the back, our garden is a bit of a bomb site, and there are still many houses still derelict, which we are talking to the council about, you know, what can we do to help them get those houses back into use, because that does bring down the reputation of the area.
They've done a great job on the houses, obviously. Yes. I mean, this is stunning, but Do you think more needs to be done on the actual community facilities now you're all here?
Yeah, I mean, that was really why we started Middleport Matters, was because basically the buildings are beautiful, but that's only part of the problem. You know, if the people living within the buildings don't have a sense of community pride, they don't have any friendships, you know, you don't really have a nice place to live anymore. You know, there was no activities, there was no toddler groups, there was no youth clubs, all those kind of things that a community needs to thrive. And so as a community now, we're coming together and we're saying, well, we'll do it. We'll pick up the last piece and do it together. And people have really come together to make it happen. I'm really proud.
But you think the gamble's paid off?
I do. I absolutely love living in Middleport. I recommend anybody who is thinking, oh, there's a beautiful house in a terrible area, you know, what's the chances? But actually you can make a difference yourself. You don't have to move somewhere that's finished. You can be the difference. So, you know, I really love living in Middleport.
They took the gamble, they had a go, they bought this house for £100,000, they had it valued when they moved in at £200,000, and that's without the garden being finished. And it sounds like they're starting to build a really nice community here too.
Does. Excellent. Thanks very much, John. BBC Radio Stoke's John Akers in...